A beautiful morning to you and welcome to the Newspaper Review right here at Prime Media TV. I am Ayo, bringing you the Newspaper Review. And as always, we have quite a number of headlines to be reviewed with you today. First of which says, which is on the Samoa agreement that was signed by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in November 15, 2023. And today, the Shehu Sani, a former federal lawmaker, has is saying that the Nigerian government should withdraw from the $150 billion Samoa agreement over LGBTQ conditions. So Shehu Sani has said that the President Bola Tinubu-led Nigerian government should go back and unsign the Samoa agreement it signed on November 15, 2023. Despite oppositions by many religiously opinionated countries, the Samoa Agreement has been gradually gaining traction. The agreement is said to have some clauses that compel underdeveloped and developing countries to support the agitations by lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, which is LGBT, community for recognition as part of the conditions for getting financial and other support from developed nations. But then, contradictory to what Shehu Sani has said, the Nigerian government on Thursday declared that the Samoa Agreement the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government recently ratified at the international stage did not invalidate the country's law on same-sex marriage. That the country's law on same-sex marriage supersedes the agreement, and it has been raising a lot of questions in the heart of Nigerians. This is the conversation we are having today. As always, I have my co-host with me to analyze the session with me. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you
So
very
I
much.
would like to hear your thoughts on this Samoa agreement. Going through the agreement, as obvious as it is that what the UN nations as stated in the agreement is that this agreement promotes human rights. And if we are to link this human rights, helping them to spell it out, we see that some of this, the US government especially, they have in their constitutional law, it is stated that they've signed same-sex marriage. So if this agreement is talking about promoting human rights, that means for all these African nations to sign this Samoa agreement, it means that they as well should promote same-sex marriage in their country. They should support anyone seen in same-sex marriage and all of that. Now, the Nigerian government are saying, no, what we signed is not to support this agreement, but to promote whatever. So I want to hear your thoughts on this issue because the Nigerian government is contradicting themselves in this case.
Okay, I want to believe that the lawmaker shows that came out to talk about the Samoa agreement. I want to believe he knows what he's saying. And judging from the fact that we are dealing with leaders who are not open to us, you and I know that our leaders, we, for any reason, defend to justify or to ensure that anything they can say or do anything that will permit them to lay hold on that money. All right. So if you don't want to, they don't want us to believe that that huge sum will be given to them anything for it. All right. And the man who is saying that they should cancel the agreement is somebody who is within the corridor of power, who knows what is surrounding the conditions surrounding that agreement. All right. We how are we sure that truly what they are saying is the truth? How are we sure? And for what are they going for this money for? What do they want to use this money for? Because to me, I know that no country, nobody gives out money without conditions. And I want to believe that we are dealing with people who do not really consider the consequences of their action on the people. All right, we are dealing with people who are there for their gain. 150 million dollar is not a small sum. All right, so to me, based on what we have seen under this administration, they do not care. To them, I want to believe that they are not seeing, even if it takes signing this same sex marital issue, and so long they are going to get the money, I don't think they are going to back out.
You see, what I'm just saying with the Nigerian government right now is that, going through personally as a person, going through the agreement is over 300 pages.
Who will have the time to read it?
So, no, I had the time to read it.
Okay.
And the agreement contained about 120 articles. And I believe this is the same Nigeria that, even as an individual, when you want to open an application, the application comes with terms and conditions. Okay. Sometimes you don't even read the terms and conditions, and we go to I agree.
And we agree.
So obviously, because from this contradictory statement that is coming out now, the Nigerian government has gone through, they didn't go through the terms and conditions. They just click on I agree. So that is what we see playing out here. And going through the article,
just because of the money involved.
Exactly. The Minister of Women Affairs was saying, I don't have to know the number of states involved. The most important thing is that the money will go round. So because it is $150 million now, the money will go round. And part of the objective of the agreement is that this agreement is signed to promote, to protect, and to fulfill human rights. Sometimes we have to spell out what human rights are these people spelling out. Helping them to spell it out. We know the US government. Nothing comes for nothing.
At all.
They can't give as much as, yes, they
are about $150 million is not a coin that you say somebody will dish out without condition. And we know how they've been trying so long to bring in Nigeria considering our population, to bring in Nigeria into this same-sex issue.
Exactly. So now they devise a means to infuse it in the agreement. As light as it seems, ordinary human rights, you can just feel like, okay, maybe when my right is violated, I know there are people who fight for me and all of that. But then beyond what we are saying, they have it spelled out. And obviously, the Nigerian government did not go through all these things, because if they had gone through it, they would have asked that it should be spelled out. Yes, it is not only the Nigerian government that is involved. All the African states or all the African countries are involved in signing this agreement. They could have asked, inquire more. This human right, can you help us to spell it out? Is it just on the fundamental rights, or these other ones that you have signed on your own part? So obviously it wasn't signed. And here they are, to contradict them. They are saying that the Nigerian government are saying the Nigerian law that bans same-sex marriage, that was the bill that was passed during the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration in 2014. It says that anyone who makes an attempt to go for same-sex marriage will be imprisoned for 14 years in Nigeria. So that was the law. Now they are saying that the Nigerian law supersedes that Samoa agreement. It means that they have as well agreed. That this Samoa agreement contains this support for same-sex marriage. We know, but because the money is important, we won't let go of the money. We have to get the money. We have to secure the bag, and we don't care, because there is a law in our country that says that places a ban on same-sex marriage. But what these people forget is that on the long run, condition unveils. The US government are going to unveil their conditions, that, okay, you didn't understand it, so let's spell it out for you. That the essence of this agreement is that now that you have signed this agreement, you can make gay marriage a thing in your country. You can make same-sex marriage a thing in your country. Now we've secured the money. So how do we get off that hook? So we can see that what the Nigerian government is doing is that they've sold us out even before we came in. And you mentioned transparency and accountability. What will this money be used for? Why do we need $150 million from the UN nation?
The question I keep asking is that why is this administration always out for grabbing of money when it has to do with money, everything we'll be hearing is money, money, billion, billion, trillion, trillion on things here, and yet we have flood sweeping houses, sweeping human beings in Lagos, in other states. We have bad roads. We have so many things. We have food challenge in the country, and this money we hear of every day, we don't know what is being spent on. one
Okay,
hundred
so
and fifty million dollar. What are they going to use this money for? They just signed I think 6.6 trillion supplementary budget. All this thing within just 1 year, and nothing has been seen to have been achieved with this huge amount of money.
now let's take this conversation a little further. Defending, while this administration is defending why they are taking this money, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, he was saying that now beyond this same-sex marriage, now they've cleared that, which we are not sure of because we have entered this one already. He was saying the $150 million is for economic development of Nigeria. So now I want us to table this matter on the table now. What exactly do they want to develop in the country? If we cannot use the money we have in the country already to develop the country, is it the 150 million? I mean, even okay, let's take it from here. The money we have in the country is being spent on frivolities. It's spent on renovation of vice president's house. It's spent on getting a new aircraft. It's spent on getting
Buying of
SUVs for
SUVs,
lawmakers.
the
They spend
president's
those.
wife, and all that.
They go on private visiting and all that. That is for the money that we have. So what is the guarantee that when this $150 million come into the country, they will truly use it for
If they
economic
truly have
reforms?
such budget, such plan in mind, it will be spelled out on which aspect. When you talk about economic development, there are so many sector to it. All right, in which area? In agricultural sector, or educational sector? In which angle are they? Do they want to invest this money into? All right, so I want to believe we are dealing with people that do the talking. All right, it is in this administration we now come to believe that it is easier said than done. All right, we see them talk what they don't do. Okay, so I want to believe that he just, of course, just like they always do, defending themselves. All right, even when they know that what they are doing is not tarrying with the constitution, but so long they will go they will go any length to ensure that they defend, or they make Nigerians to accept them collecting this $150 million, because they know what they stand. Of course, they are going to buy new SUVs and other things. It's for their gain. All right. So if we cannot use what we have, if Nigerians cannot come out and say yes, under 1 year these people have been able to utilize the little we have to achieve these things, there is nothing that will make Nigerians believe that this money is actually for what they are saying.
Exactly. Now, on a final note, the Nigerian government is biting more than they can chew as it is now. If we can't cut out excesses to improve on the economy, what is the guarantee that when we get $150 million from the UN nation that comes with conditions, what is the guarantee that we will be able to, the Nigerian government will be able to use this money for what they have signed for it? And obviously, with the tone in which the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning was talking about, was defending the $150 million that they want to collect, obviously, this LGBT whatever is a part of the agreement, because we can see, because according to the EU nations, they are saying that we have to use this money to promote human rights, and we know part of the human rights of the US government. Here is the conversation that is currently ongoing in the heart of many Nigerians in Nigeria right now. But we'll be going on a quick break now. As soon as we get back, we'll dive into another conversation. Please stay with us.